The initial responsibility of an interior designer is to incorporate flexibility and build off of variety and options to allow for a space to support the culture, gender, and age which underline the culture of the space. As an interior designer, it is advantageous to think about three main groups when designing interiors for all. Gender, ethnicity and culture, and age are the three key groups of people to design for. The bar graph demonstrates an increase in diversity in younger children as 2020 approaches. The second pyramid illustrates the number of men and women with their correlating age groups. Demographics should be paid careful attention to when designing interiors. The waiting process may affect the user's experience in the building. It is the space in which most patients spend the most amount of time. There are many aspects that may affect the overall experience a user feels in a space: the lighting, paint colors, material choices, furniture, and the space's adjacency. One way an interior designer can impact a waiting room is the arrangement of furniture in relation to other people in the room. It is important for an interior designer to study a space, its potential users, age, gender, and background. This will determine whether a sociopedal or sociofugal furniture arrangement is a better fit. Gender is an important factor, and research has suggested the impact of traditional and liberal sex roles have a great effect on how people interact in a space. Men tend to sit further away from people in a space than women. If they are accompanied by another person, the results were the same. So how do we, as designers, take this information and make it a valuable asset to our design? The solution, of course, will be interpreted differently by each designer. One solution for interior designers can be just as discussed earlier, the implication and exploration of sociopedal and sociofugal seating arrangements in the types of furniture in which they select. The interaction of individuals in a space will differ if there are steel hard chairs lined up in parallel lines rather than an arrangement that mimics a living room. In Harlem, the Medina Hospital has dedicated different levels of their hospital to different cultures so that it could potentially lessen the high amounts of anxiety. For example, hospital beds have been placed facing the east for specific culture. Some steps that can be taken to create a multicultural waiting space would be to add signs with 2 or 3 common languages specific to the location. It could benefit both the users and employees when communicating and navigating. Though designing for multiple cultures is important, it is equally important to consider the age of the users. A variety of furniture options can be provided to add flexibility in the space. The Christ Hospital Montgomery showcases the variety of seating arrangements and locations. When designing waiting areas, it is important to design for flexibility, individuality, and comfort. Providing options when designing waiting areas maximizes the space and creates an environment for each gender, background, and age.